Excuse me. Good evening. My name's Dion. I've been living here in Madison for about 4 years now. And I just turned 42, and I decided that for my 42nd birthday and for my 42nd year, actually I guess it'd be my 43rd year, I was going to do wonderful and crazy adventurous type things. And this is one of them. That makes this a lot easier. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the first time I ever pranked Hopi. I grew up in the California desert in a little town called Barstow. Nobody has ever... Oh, there you go. Have you ever driven from Los Angeles to Las Vegas? That's where you pee. And I ran a drive-in movie theater there in the mid-'90s. And it was a wonderful, excellent time to be 20-something. It was a wonderful, excellent time to be the guy who ran the movie theater. It was good movies all the time. It was a fun night every night. As a person who runs a business, you want to be able to sell, and it wasn't uncommon that I would have teenagers working for me. I had a nephew who worked for me. I had my best friend's little brother work for me. And I had the captain of the cheerleading squad work for me. She's this tall, and her name was Hope Claire. Long brunette hair, eyes that looked like Oreo cookies to me because they were black. You couldn't see the little black in her eye. Just an Oreo. And everybody loved Hopi. Everybody loved Hopi. And the person who loved Hopi best was her dad, Stan. And Stan was a no-nonsense CHP, California Highway Patrol, sergeant. And he would lay it on the line for you, no matter what. You were doing something that made him mad, he'd flick his little flick, and he'd go, "What?" We all knew he loved us. Anyway, so Hopi's birthday was coming up, and we wanted to make it super duper special for her. And I tried to come up with lots of different things, and as I was driving to work one day, I had a Ken Nordine CD in, and if you don't know who Ken Nordine is, he does this stuff called word jazz, and it's really awesome. If you haven't heard it, you should look it up. It's really great. And it's just talking, and he does it with some rhythm, and it's beautiful. And he's got this line, and it says, and he says, and they told me to tell you, you're getting better. And that little seed grew. So the first thing I did was I pulled aside one of my wonderful employees and said, "Hey, do me a favor. Would you ask some of your friends while you're at school tomorrow to just walk up to Hopi and say, they told me to tell you you're getting better." And he did it. 4 people did it that day. And she didn't think anything of it. The next day, 5 people did it. And these were people I didn't even know. They were just having fun with it because she was the captain of the cheerleaders and we could mess with her a little bit. Anyway, so Stan comes in one night and he's picking her up and she's out doing something on the lot for me. And I say, "Stan, can you do me a favor? I'm doing this really cool prank on Hopi. Can you just out of nowhere just say, they told me to tell you you're getting better?" He says, "Okay." So at Thanksgiving dinner, the whole family's there. Stan looks at his children. He says, "On this momentous occasion where we've all gathered, because they lived all over the country, I need to say something to my daughter. They told me to tell you, you're getting better." At that point, she screams and runs out of the room and doesn't finish Thanksgiving with her family. 3 weeks later, she gets home from cheerleading practice and she's tired. And she lays down in her bed and her sister Holly comes in. And Holly's tired. She's falling asleep. And she kind of turns and says to Hopi, "Hey, they told me to tell you, you're getting better." And she couldn't fall asleep for the rest of the night because she had these crazy ideas that people were watching her, and maybe she was worse somehow. But she was getting better. She came to me one afternoon, and she says, Dion, I'm like, yeah? I have a problem. I think Grant's doing something. Grant was her boyfriend. I was like, what do you think Grant's doing? I think he's having people tell me things. Like what? They told me to tell you you're getting better? I don't know what you're talking about. For a whole week. So her birthday came, and our boss, who lived far away, came, and he said, Dion, I love Hopi. I want to give her a nice birthday party. And I was like, great, that's perfect. I know exactly what to do. So I went out to Baskin-Robbins and bought a beautiful ice cream cake. And I took it to work, and the whole staff gathered, and we all sang happy birthday to Hopi. And then she opened her cake and inscribed on it, you're not just getting older, you're getting better. And she screamed and ran out of the room. Thank you.